Oh, and by the way, Boehner Bronco Buster?
Yeah.
Where the hell did that come from?
Improv.
Oh, it's wonderful.
I gotta be honest, I haven't watched Backlash the last 2 years. My interest in WWE and wrestling in general usually starts to wane after WrestleMania, but this year is different. Professional wrestling has been amazing recently, and it doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon. That brings us to Backlash, and I'm super excited for this show. Not because the card looks amazing, it honestly just looks alright, but because it's in France. I am so happy WWE has been doing their non-Big Four shows outside of the US because it makes them feel so much bigger. Like I said, this card looks alright, but a hot crowd is going to take this card from alright to making it great. Before we get started with the announced card, I'm recording this after Raw, and I have a feeling some matches might be added. Sami Zayn vs Bronson Reed vs Chad Gable, and potentially Becky Lynch vs Liv Morgan or Nia Jax. I don't know if these matches will be added, but if they are, give me the champions retaining. Now, let's get into the card. Damian Priest vs Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. Can you imagine telling someone, even 1 year ago, that Damian Priest and Jey Uso would be facing each other for a world title? That's one of the super cool things about wrestling. Your place on the card is never set in stone. With all that being said, this match is pretty easy. Would I love to see Jey Uso win? Yes, but it's probably not going to happen. I mean, Priest is probably holding this belt until Clash at the Castle, so that's my pick. Give me Damian Priest. Next we have the Women's Tag Team Championship. Asuka and Kairi Sane defending against Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Why does WWE still have a women's tag division? These are probably the most useless belts in all of wrestling. Okay, that might be a stretch, but still, they're pretty useless. I just don't see how Bianca and Jade can lose. I don't see either of them getting pinned. Definitely not Jade. So how could Asuka and Kairi even realistically retain? A DQ? There's just no way that's happening. Give me Bianca and Jade as the new tag team champs. I am super intrigued by all this new bloodline stuff. I just think there's so many possibilities with this storyline, and I'm hyped to see how it all plays out, especially when Roman Reigns and The Rock come back. This is also part of the reason I think Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga are winning. It's no secret that Solo Sikoa has been a serial loser ever since he beat John Cena at Crown Jewel, so he desperately needs to start winning if WWE wants anyone to take him seriously. I do think there is a possibility we see a Jacob Fatu sighting, and he helps the bloodline pick up the win, but even if he doesn't show up, I still have Solo and Tama winning. They just need it more. This is probably the match I'm most excited for on the whole card. I don't see any way that these three women don't cook. I also think the crowd will probably be super into all three women, especially Tiffany Stratton, if her appearance at Elimination Chamber in Perth is any indication of how non-US countries are going to react to her. So who wins? Well, I'll give you a little future prediction. I do think Tiffany Stratton is going to be the woman to take the title off Bayley, but not at Backlash, not yet. I think Tiffany is going to win the Money in the Bank. I think her decorating the briefcase pink and putting that little fluffy pink shadow, I don't know what it's called. You know what I'm talking about, the little fluffy stuff. She's going to put that on the briefcase. That's going to be perfect. But she is eventually going to cash in and beat Bayley. So that of course means I have Bayley retaining. And that brings us to the main event. Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles. Cody wins. Alright, thanks for watching. Okay, fine. I suppose I should say a bit more. I'm just not very interested in this. I know AJ Styles was the popular pick for a first feud for Cody Rhodes, but I think they've really dropped the ball. Maybe that's being harsh. They just haven't had enough time to make this interesting. I mean, what's it been, 2 weeks of build? They haven't played into their history outside of WWE at all. I mean, besides like one line from AJ Styles, but I don't even remember what it was. And isn't that the whole reason that this match is even happening? Because of their history? Doesn't WWE know that that's the reason people are interested in this at all? Now, I am filming this before SmackDown, so maybe things could change, but I don't know. I don't see how one segment on one show is going to heat this match up at all. I think what's probably most likely is that this is just the start of their feud, and they're going to continue this thing through King of the Ring, maybe even Clash at the Castle. overall, I'm pretty excited for this show. You know, I don't think it's going to be an all-timer or anything, but there's going to be good wrestling. There's going to be a hot crowd, and it's on a Saturday at, 11:30, I think? You can always count me in for wrestling on a Saturday. Anyways, I want y'all to let me know y'all's predictions for the card. Honestly, the card's a little predictable, so if you don't want to tell me who you think's going to win every single match, just tell me, is Jacob Fatu showing up, yes or no? Now, I understand this is going to be a little pointless if he ends up showing up on SmackDown, but let me know, do we see Jacob Fatu or do we not see Jacob Fatu? Fuck, I kind of fucked that up, but I'm leaving it in. Let me know.